episode 2 of Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
Ooh.
Here we go. Okay. Let us see.
Didn't get any key, did we? I guess we gotta go to that area. The archive. What was that?
Chemistry pot. Pot contains mixtures of all sorts. All manners of chemicals.
All manners of chaos.
The archives.
He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she too would be punished.
Yes, camera's warping already. Ugh.
Some thick dust there.
Bone chilling.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
There's something more. Something more. What is that? Big old sword. Can't throw them around. Oh.
I can't look in there.
You have to hold R and move the mouse to rotate.
Oh, really? Ah! That's pretty cool. There you go.
Acknowledge.
I didn't know if I could grab that one book on the shelf. It would be a lever or something.
Open up the pages. A piece of plastic. Big gap. Roaches everywhere. We need the exterminator ASAP. A slight headache. All is good.
Oh, man, look at all them wrinkles in my
Man,
brain.
we must be smart. Big wrinkles.
Can't be mine. Real dark.
Still good there. I think it's not that.
Yes!
In the box.
In the box.
Nope.
Look at that.
I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contact will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Gerich. Wasteful. What's up with the music? Or ambiance? It's the study. lantern away? Ooh.
Heck nah.
This is it.
They got me so loud.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside.
He did.
I was trapped.
He's done for. Nah.
My fireplace. They're my bad.
Nah. Gonna get blown out anyway when the monster comes.
Do they blow out the lights?
I don't know. I'm saying, like, the big one. Yeah, dude. Big hallway?
Good place to run.
Yeah, it sure does.
Not looking. Do it again.
No, thank you.
Carry on. What am I hearing? Replay? Your turn!
No.
Well, I heard it that way, so I'll go down this way. Yes. Right now.
Yeah, it's dark in there. Better lean.
Lean.
Lean
and
out.
walk
Oh, there's creaks.
Watch me trip over some of the chairs I throw in the hallway.
Get stuck on. The place is oozing with darkness. It's over. We're dead. Whoa, what's happening? Light it. What's going on?
The hands are shaking.
We're going crazy.
I think the dark is affecting me more now than it did for the little tutorial area.
Light the candle.
Light it.
Yeah. Shall I ask?
Is it a big one?
Big one. Wow. There's symbols on those books. Those boxes. Engravings.
Like a toad.
Looks like some heresy.
Next breach.
Time you get up and then you sit on the other side. Wait.
I've been this way.
Oh, that's the way you closed.
Yeah.
Oh, Shane. A memento?
Oh wait, I go down there.
Evidence in the laboratory has revealed that combined four chemicals can create a powerful acid. The door leading into the local history room is locked. Is there another entrance?
One I do not want to go into.
Well, get ready to run.
Yeah. I'm terrible at hiding from monsters. I always get killed.
Blood on the rocks. We're cracked open. Or it is cracked open. I should say. Put some of that armor on. The hole in the wall. Did it do that? Oh snap!
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Well, they're not running now.
Wait, can I light it? Oh, that's not. Map! More maps!
Scrolls for days.
Well, that's what get company in here now. Yay!
In the box. Oh,
Please. That one piece of paper got me.
oh my goodness. The knowledge of too much
17th
for
May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped.
You did.
I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
The enchanting.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
I was pulling them out.
He's taking control of his mind.
I'm going to touch it.
I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry.
Impossible.
The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety. and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Yeah, throw something at. Helmet that you should be wearing. Oh. Is that door locked?
Not yet. I'm just thinking of all the escape routes.
Pretty bright in there.
Yes.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
So were they preparing for the shadow? I want a castle. I can go insane.
I'm playing piano.
Yeah.
Wow, I missed that.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one.
Footsteps, though.
You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Just a hint to a puzzle.
Sounds like a time trial.
Books. Nope, you have to break it. Break it with knowledge.
Yes.
Use your knowledge. That's tough. Oh,
There we go.
broke that. There we go.
More force.
Outstalled in Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore. It's outstalled deep within the East Prussian woods for centuries. Outstalled.
Anyway.
The Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains, dressed with scattered lakes, is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twist on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. Motifs. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever deemed to roam the grounds. Their bodies wrought by their tainted souls, and they have left there disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for the remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstadt. And like most those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country.
Was he a vampire or something?
He lures people to his house and drinks their blood. Okay, so there's multiple books you can pull. Is that book pull too? Yes. Would hate to waste. I guess you have to pull them all. The sounds coming from your right. A secret study. Most intriguing. A key!
A note!
A key! Oh, snap!
Don't read the note.
Oh, crap. There's something roaming around. It's over. It's over.
You're done.
Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would in a sense, solve both of my problems. Someone's plotting and planning.
I'm getting back in here now. Okay, that's our time for this episode. We'll see if there's something crawling around out there or not. And
We're dead.
probably. See you next time. Bye.